Got my old bitch in this new coupe. These bitches made me cold like a Robitussin. If you ain't talking about the money, then there's no discussion. Bando, I hate these niggas, they just rap about it. Bando, and all my niggas, they just trap about it. Bando, I had your bitch, she was coming through. Bando, now what you want, nigga, one or two. Bando, I hate these niggas, they just rap about it. Bando, and all my niggas, they just...
What's going on, y'all? It is your boy Brooke Acosta, and I'm back. You already know what it is. I am back. We are back with another episode of the FYF podcast. And if you don't know what FYF means, it means fuck your feeling. We all got them. And really, at this stage in our life, who gives a fuck about your feelings? I got my trusty, my motherfucking ace in the hole, Mr. Jeff Crawford holding me down. Jeff, what up?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hate it here.
Yeah.
I hate it here. I had a long day. I don't want to trouble y'all with my day, but if you watch my I Hate It Here videos, I had another mammy moment today, but I'm not a woman basher, so I don't want to just keep bashing women in Duval County, but I effing hate it here.
Duval! So
I hate
let me
it
ask
here.
you this. Jeff, normally we see your non-Beijing, your fake non-Beijing beard that you claim that you're not using any dye products. Why are we
dye
not
products.
seeing your face today, Jeff? Why are we not seeing your face today?
Due to technical difficulties beyond my control, my sexy ass will not be on camera tonight.
Damn. You know what I mean? Fat bitches was waiting on you.
Hey, man, I was looking for him.
I'm out here. Your face?
I'm out here. I'm looking for him.
Okay. Well, all right. And lastly, what are you sipping on tonight, my brother? Are you sipping on libations or you got some water? What you doing?
Oh, I was so sloppy last week, so I'm going to take my time, take it slow. I was drinking Tito's and wine last week. I watched the podcast. I said, look at you. You are all over the place. Look at you. So tonight I'm sipping some good old Corona, okay? Extra, Connect Corona Extra.
Okay.
And a nutcracker, a chick made me.
Oh, but, God. I had a chick crack a couple of my nuts. But hold on. So what I wanted to introduce to the audience is our resident life coach. Our resident life coach / entrepreneur, Miss Tahira Amica. What's happening, Ty?
What up? What up, Mr. Brooke? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. You know, you giving too much sexy energy. This is not a porn. This is a podcast. This is not. Jeff, you see this shit, Jeff? You see
this go real left.
Yeah, she's like,
Jesus, Mary.
So this segment,
I've seen porns that started off like this.
Oh, you seen?
I'll be no hole. I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. Continue on.
Some nigga just walk in and slap him. I was doing a Zoom, meat slapper. But Tahira brings a certain level of clarity. She brings a womanly perspective. She brings an educated perspective. She brings a down-to-earth New York chick perspective. And so this segment that we're going to do, Jeff, is going to be, people reach out to Ty all the time, right, Ty?
Yes, they do.
For life and problems and shit that they going through. So what I developed was a segment called Talk to Ty, which means that some of these letters that she gets from anonymous people, we're not going to put them on the spot and say how fucked up their life is. But we are going to, Ty's going to read some of this stuff to us, and we're going to try to help these people through their problems. So this section is going to be called Talk to Ty. And Jeff, I want you to keep us honest with this because we're going to go about 10 minutes on this. Okay, my brother?
Say no more. I got you covered.
All right. Ty, do your thing.
Hello, everyone. I receive letters once in a while from people looking for advice. And I received this letter the other day, and I'm going to read it to you out loud and comment on it. It says, Dear Ty, I'm a 30-year-old lady, and I've been talking to this guy for about 10 months now. We stayed a couple of hours away from each other. So we don't get to see each other as often as we like. We used to call, text, and video chat all the time, but not anymore since I gave him the cookie. Now, when I try to call or text, I don't get anything back. It's only when he wants to call and text. I'm not getting any attention from him, like when we first met. So now that I'm not getting any attention from him, I try to find it elsewhere. What did I go? I think she meant, why did I go and do that for? I don't know, but it was intimate. I was intimate with someone that's close to him and 3 other guys he doesn't know. So we talked about it and I told him how I feel. And he told me I need to earn his trust and that I have some making up to do. Please, Todd, what should I do to make it up to him and earn his trust again? So, like, first and foremost, when it comes
you want our opinion? You give your opinion, and then me and Jeff gonna chime in. Go ahead.
All right. First and foremost, like just reading this letter off the bat, I get the feeling that you're expendable to him. He's not interested in you like that. You don't mean anything to him. He don't value you. He don't see any value, any purpose for you in his life. And you shouldn't be trying to fall and run back to him. Like, first of all, you need to go work on yourself. When I say that, it's because I've been through that. So you go through certain journeys in life for a reason. And people don't become your destiny. You are your destiny. So you have to make yourself purposeful in order to be able to be seen as valuable. It's not going to work with him. I wouldn't even try to go back to him. I would just let it be. You know,
well,
like,
I got
you chose a
man. I got something to say.
What you got to say?
I got something to say because you talking all slow and shit. It's Jeff. She talks slow as hell, yo.
Like, hey, she got to get a point across.
Right, like she ain't never been to church. If you was in church, if you was a pastor, everybody be asleep. It wouldn't be even no piano playing. But first off, this is a 30-year-old woman, right? 30 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
She met this nigga 10 months ago. Mind you, she probably was 29. Let me tell y'all something about all y'all 20-year-old motherfuckers. Y'all are not ready for a relationship in your 20s. I don't give a fuck how much you think you are. I don't care how much you think you in love. You ain't ready for a relationship in your 20s. Most men aren't where they're supposed to be financially. And most women aren't where they want to be financially, or I would say even emotionally in their 20s and 30s. So first and foremost, she wasn't right because I don't think this settling down shit, this generation with all of this shit going on with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I don't think y'all really, really ready to settle down in y'all 20s. Then she made a fatal mistake, right? The nigga's not giving her attention, right? Is that what she said, Jeff? The nigga not giving her attention. Mm-hmm. Now, instead of coming to this man, did she say she went to this man and he gave her attention? She went to her boyfriend and told him and he corrected it, or she said no?
No, no mention of that.
Right. That's a fatal flaw that people do in their 20s. In your 20s, you don't talk to your partner to let them know what's wrong with you. In your 20s, you just think that they can read your mind or you fucking move on from it. So she never gave the man opportunity to correct whatever was going on. And then the most fatal flaw she made, Jeff, what was that most fatal flaw she made?
Taking too long to get them the cookies.
No.
Then help me out here. Help me out here.
She fucked somebody. She fucked.
Oh, yeah. She hit the homies, plural.
Hold on. On that note, I got to put on my shades and throw some shade on this bitch right here. Let me tell you something. The worst thing you could do in life, if you mad at your nigga, if you love your nigga, and you ever think it's a chance for y'all to work out, is fuck his homie. That's some 20-year-old shit. 20-year-old, 30-year-old shit. Fucking the homie. So what did the homie give you that your man didn't give you? A little slick talk, took you out on a date, rubbed your ass, said you was cute, liked a couple pictures on Instagram. That's what the homie did. Huh? Really?
Like,
you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I was her ex, I'm gonna take the shades off because I ain't throwing shade. If I was her ex, I would get rid of this bitch ASAP, and then I would beat the shit out my homie. What say you, Jeff?
I wouldn't beat the shit out of my homie or anything like that, right?
He gotta catch these hands.
No,
He was my broad, dog.
10 months. 10 months. Come on, man.
Fuck if it was 10 minutes. If
man,
I
give
I'm
a
claiming
fat
her, nigga.
baby's ass. Okay, I care. Okay, and we have to take it back to the fact that they're 30-year-old, and we keep calling them men, and at the end of the day, they're not. They're just males. Okay, that's one.
Okay.
Two, you and I have been friends for a long time, and if your girl was to approach me now that I'm damn near 50, of course, yo, man, what's up with your bro? Know what I mean? In my 30s, I'll probably still tell my man, be like, yo, look, like she jump off, homie. Know what I mean? All right, cool. Well, you know she want me to smash. I'm gonna say something to him beforehand. And then if I do smash, we're gonna do the kid and play dance. Know what I mean? And me and you, we're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it, know what I mean? Because now can't play dance because you done made yourself look worse than what you needed to look, ma. You made yourself, she said that she waited 10 months to get this man some cookie, know what I mean? And now he's not paying her any attention no more. And your first instinct is to go hit his homies, not plural, now, man. I mean, not singular, plural. I mean, you did it more than once. Come on, man. Like, you really think that you were going to accomplish something by that? Really?
Right. You was better off fucking 10 niggas that he didn't know.
Thank you. You were way off, better off doing that right there. I mean, like, because at the end of the day, that's rule number 2 in my book. Pussy's going to get fucked. Know what I mean? And if he's not doing it, yeah, you got somebody else to do it, sweetheart. But you didn't have to get the homies to do it. Oh. Come on now. I mean,
but then that ain't the homie. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying, just to chime in. I mean, from a woman's perspective, just from a human perspective, like, we got to go through certain experiences in order to shape who we are. So that's the walk that she took. My thing and my advice to her is to lay in that mud, because from the mud, you can grow and blossom. So you made some bad choices, learn and grow from it. She's writing this letter to me because she obviously wants some help, want to change. That's the first step. And the second step would be the doing, the action. What can you do to change your situation? So, I mean, we all have experiences. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure you dudes, Brooke, Jeff, y'all had experiences where where y'all mess with different women at the same time. She's just doing it, and she's a woman. She has to go through her experiences and recognize that, no, this is not for me. And the first step
my homie girl could never come to me and be like, he not giving me everything that I need, and we start fucking. That's why he need to get these hands. He need to get these hands, nigga. He's still gonna be my man, but we still, because I ain't put her out to the streets. If I
had put herself out there,
right? But I didn't put her out. When a bitch put herself out to the streets, that means everybody who don't know me could fuck her. You hear me?
Yeah.
When a girl put herself out there for the streets, there's a rule. Every nigga that don't know me can fuck her. But every nigga that know me, she's still my girl. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. You can't do that. I mean, personally, in my older age, yeah, I'm not smashing nobody that I know smashed. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. I don't want to be where you've been, homie. I just don't. I don't give a damn who else been there before me, but I know you, and I don't want to come behind you. I don't want to do that.
You know, we are 6 degrees of separation from Brooke.
Absolutely. From Brooke.
Yeah, from Brooke, for real. I got an inbox from one of my cousins the other day that you went to high school with, and I totally forgot y'all went to high school together.
Who was this person?
Maureen.
Miss Tillman.
Yep.
Killer
Fam.
Mo.
That's fan right there.
Oh shit. Big shout out to Mo. Big shout out to Mo.
Oh, great people.
You know, just a few things, man, that's been going on. And, you know, we like to keep it current and we like to kick and push. I want to give a major shout out to everybody Black that won a motherfucking Golden Globe or was nominated for a Golden Globe. And the list is, and the crazy shit is I watch all these motherfucking shows, right? Mm-hmm. So the first show to my heart is Abbott Elementary.
Abbott Elementary.
Let's give a big shout out.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching to this show, I don't know
what you're
not
watching Abbott Elementary, you're a fucking lame. And,
I don't know what you're doing on Wednesday nights.
Instead of watching us. We come on after.
We come on at 10:30, okay? No, you should be watching them at 9. I'm sorry. Best show
that's
on
why
television.
I put us after Abbott Elementary. That's it.
Best show on television.
Live. Jeff, also, you work TV live? Seriously?
Yeah.
Huh? I work, so therefore, I recorded, but as soon as I come home, I'm watching. I don't get off work at 9:30, so.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Like, but before I quit this third job, I was watching live. First season,
And now I want to give another shout out to my boy, aka Everybody Hates Chris. He won his first Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. Let's give it up. We watched that boy grow up.
That's
my word.
Now, Mr. Tyler, his name is Tyler, okay? Mm-hmm. You're a pretty known actor. I'm going to need you to start being seen around some bitches. Because I ain't seen you around nothing thick. I ain't seen you around nothing cute. I know Tariq out here fucking. I know Tariq out here fucking. I know Lil Michi out here fucking. Nigga, you got one more season.
Hold on. I gotta see whether or not he's dating somebody. Tyler, you know whether or not he's dating someone.
he got a zest to him. I like his acting. I heard him in a few interviews. The boy got a little moisture to him. But salute to him.
You ain't shit.
Another motherfucker that won, and he ain't Black, but I feel like that the characters he played is so fucked up, and he always around Black people, and he seemed to have a reverence for Black people. I gotta give it up to my boy Lip from motherfucking Shameless. He won for Best Actor in a limited series for The Bear, and I told y'all The Bear was the shit. Angela Bassett, she won for Wakanda. And a bunch of other people won. So I just want to give a major shout out to everybody, all the Black people that won. All the Black people that won.
Whoa. You said you watched the whole thing?
Hell no, nigga.
Whoa, well then you missed the best part. You missed the great Eddie Murphy getting the Cecil B. DeMille Award. Okay? All right.
Talk to me about the award, brother.
All right, cool. He got the Cecil B. And me personally, I forgot a lot of movies that he did, but his movie montage, I'm like, oh damn, you was in that. Damn, you was in that.
Yo, salute.
Eddie is an actor for real, a comedic actor, because he can make you believe that he's someone else.
Let me ask you, what was the Eddie Murphy movie that made you believe he was an actor? That he had range. What was that Eddie movie? I'm gonna tell you mine. Y'all two can tell me what Eddie movie.
I mean, I'm gonna go real cheap at the time because my nephew was growing up. Shrek. Because me and my nephew watched them shits, yo, for real. Man, my nephew watched them shits heavy, so I gotta go with Shrek.
I gotta go top of my head. I gotta go with Dreamgirls. He
poured a lot into that.
We got
Noachi.
You know who we got coming in? We got somebody coming into the room. Got somebody coming into the room, y'all. That is, Miss No IG New Jersey. Okay. She got a perspective unlike anybody else. She is our co-host. Say what's up, Miss No IG.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Now, automatically, let me tell you how fucking. All right, Jeff. If your camera came
I
back,
messed up.
if your camera came back when Miss No IG popped up, I would have been like, "You are a fucking pervert, and you've been waiting all night."
Hey. Don't be out here judging me on public.
Hey, we're not going to judge you.
Right?
But, you know,
Thank you.
Right now we're just going, before we get into our main topic, you know, we like to just bring people into the room. That's our host. Miss Tahira Amica is our resident life coach. She has a section called Holla at Ty, Talk to Ty. We're going to work it out. All right. We just had our Talk to Ty moment. Now we have Miss No IG. She joined us last week via picture. She went off on her baby father.
He deserved it.
He deserved it. He deserved it. But Miss No IG, New Jersey, in 30 to 45 seconds, give us a little insight into who you are.
Okay, so I am a self-proclaimed retired bad girl. I'm now looking for love and settling down. I I feel like I am the voice of the ultra black woman. I'm not the pick me. I am not the feminist either. I am the middle. I am the medium. I mean, so I'm not going to always agree with you, and you might not like what I have to say, but I'm going to say it.
Bam. And like that, this is how we do it.
Yeah.
So
I'm here for it.
But what you?
Oh my
but
God.
what?
I just saw a beautiful woman.
That beautiful woman is our life coach, our resident life coach. Once again, Miss Tahira Amica.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
lady.
Hey, I'm sorry, Miss No IGNJ. What's up?
Hi, how are you?
Okay. So we roughly got 10 minutes in this segment, and we're gonna come back on the same channel. But just to go over a few news tidbits, my boy, my ex-boss, you know, he just had a baby, man. And I want to give a major shout out to the old niggas knocking these young niggas up. Shout out to Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy.
And that don't have Puff Daddy money, because if you don't have Puff Daddy money, then you do not need to be doing what Puff Daddy is doing. Let's just make that very clear.
Puff Daddy's a couple years older than me. I'm sorry. I'm
a couple
outside.
light years in income.
Income. I mean, like I would be an old nigga having a young chick pregnant. I mean, I'm not doing that right now at this moment, but I mean, chicks my age don't want to have kids no more. So I mean, I have to do what I can do.
That situation, you don't have a whole bunch of children.
No, I don't have any children,
Exactly.
and I also don't have a half a billion in the bank either. So let me shut my mouth.
I was gonna say, seriously.
But so hold on. When you look at, I mean, does times changes that, because our grandfathers and shit, these niggas was sharecroppers, mechanics, motherfucking niggas that worked at PSC&G, and they had 15 kids. I know it's harder to raise kids nowadays, and you don't want your kids living in poverty. But if you got enough space and resources, you don't have to have puffy money. You just gotta have kids in like sections. Like your first 3 or 4 kids, then you gotta wait like 8 years, then have like 4 more. You know what I'm saying? If you do it in sections, you can have 12 kids and not go broke.
You need some money, bro. Seriously.
You need some money.
Seriously.
All that sound good, but you need some money, man.
All I say is one thing. Carisha, bitch, you need to secure the bag this year.
Oh,
hey,
don't hate on Carisha.
No, I said she needs to secure the bag. You let all that money go to the Chinese, the Asian community. Puffy, he done knocked up that Chinese woman, and now all that money going to the Chinese community.
Okay, I can't.
Carisha, Young Miami, you need to secure the bag this year. You better have a baby by this nigga. Don't be laying up with this nigga and don't have a baby. Please, young. What say you, Tyra? What do you think about these old niggas having babies?
I think if you can afford them, have them. It don't make no sense to be bringing kids into this world and you can't take care of them. Seriously. I mean, the days are different. Back
When
in
you
the
mean
day,
take care of them, you mean just provide money? Because
I
all the
mean,
Nick Cannon babies are young, kind of. So I know Nick Cannon got the bread, but can one man put in the time for 12 children and make
that's what
money
I'm
to
talking
take care
about.
of those 12 children?
That's what I'm talking about. The money and the time, it all goes together. You know, you got to be able to provide. So, I shout out to folks like Nick Cannon and Puffy who got the money to take care of their kids. Like, you got to be able to provide
But
to
why
your
does
kids.
the first thing you said money? Because
It costs a lot to raise
the
kids.
mothers of
This
these
is America.
no, what I'm saying is that we always talk about these niggas got the bread, and we're gonna come back. Jeff, give me a time check. We always talk about how many minutes we got left?
6.
We always talk about these men got the money. The money, that's cool. But do they have the time with these children? You don't wanna put-
Absolutely. That's a great question. Do they have the
That's
time?
a great
Well,
question.
I don't think they do, because if you look at today's news, Mariah Carey is filing,
Talk about it.
she's filing for custody for her children, her twins, because of the fact that she feels that what Nick Cannon is doing and how he is operating, that her children are going to be damaged by it. So it's definitely a big thing. And then we also got to look at people like Akon, who have spoken on Nick Cannon's situation and said that, you know, going to recitals are for white men. I mean,
Yo,
come
let's
on.
not talk about Akon
What?
because he has
Yeah.
become.
Wait. What did he say?
Say
So
that shit again.
Akon was on a podcast and he was asked about Nick Cannon. And when asked about Nick Cannon, he was super pro what Nick Cannon is doing because he's pro polygamy, as we all know. And at the end of the day, when asked about Nick Cannon, he said that he thinks that what Nick Cannon is doing is fine because of the fact that he has the money and the resources. And so when asked about the time, he said the time really doesn't matter. He said that's what the mothers are for. And at the end of the day, I mean, going to recitals and things like that are for white men.
Well, he's a coon for that because I'm quite sure all 4 of us have been to recitals before. I've been to at least a dozen down in Symphony Hall. So, and I'm a man of color.
But
so
you gotta understand
he's
one
a
thing.
coon
You
for
gotta
that.
understand one thing.
Jesus.
This nigga, he comes from Senegal. Them African niggas be having they don't father the way American good dads father. You understand what I'm saying? They'll have a whole nother family in Africa, like a whole nother motherfucking family in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like they're different. They don't believe in.
Also have cognizant of the fact that these men have platforms, and these men are getting on these platforms, and they are spewing like this. In my opinion, it's misinformation because how can you tell a black man
that shit sounds stupid? It sounds stupid. It sounds stupid.
Have this stigma around the black men in our black community at this point about them being baby daddies, about them not wanting to be incorporated in their children's lives, about them not taking the time to be part of their children's lives. And then you have people like Nick Cannon and Akon who go in front of white media and project that. So it just lessens our value as a people when we have tried so hard to come from that, like to get away from those stigmas. Like it's disheartening. It's terrible.
Take that, Akon.
So, but shout out to Diddy. I think with Diddy's situation, Diddy ain't chasing a dollar. So Diddy got the type of time to really, love on a kid and all that type of stuff. I just want Young Miami to get a baby by this nigga. Okay, please, Young Miami, don't sit up there, don't get a bag. Please, get a bag, baby. Kim Porter got a bag. Misa got a bag. Motherfucking everybody got a bag, bitch. Don't be Cassie. Don't be Cassie.
Hey, you shut your mouth about Cassie.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth about her. 2:30 left, baby.
And had a baby, and Cassie is happy, honey.
Yeah, but not a Diddy baby. But she
she did not have a Diddy baby.
Huh?
I'm sure had a Diddy baby. She made sure she didn't have a Diddy baby. Let me tell you something about women.
Time check, Jeff.
When women see a red flag, women at that point are already planning from that time their exit plan. You're already planning on how you're going to get out of there. So at the end of the day, I think that that's what Cassie was doing. She was planning how, no matter how many months or years it took her, she was already planning her way out of there. Trust me.
Just me and you. See, that shit was hot. Tell me. That was the shit. Yo, I really like that record. Yo, shout out to Ryan Leslie. Jeff, what we at on time?
140.
All right, yo, check this out, yo. The last story, and we only got a minute into this because we got to wrap it up. Jeff, I need you to keep us honest. In this next episode coming up, this next segment rather, we're going to get into the time-old conversation between Black men and our women. And this conversation has been going on since Reconstruction. And we're going to talk about the theory of the Black alpha male.
It's only a theory.
I want y'all to hold all of that vigor. I want y'all to hold all of that, keep that same energy. Because is it a ploy to pit us against each other, to keep us or is it something true, a statement, something that we're lacking? So once again, I want to welcome you to the Fuck Your Feelings podcast, hosted by HGM TV on Beats, Bars, and Convo Nation. You already know what it is. I'm Brooke Acosta. That's Jeff No IG Tahira. We're coming right back. Don't go nowhere, niggas. Yep. Yo, we are back. This is the FYF podcast. You already know it's Brooke Acosta. I got my boy Def Jeff and Miss No IG in the building. So we wanted to, examine this time-old question. What is an alpha male? I keep hearing this shit on Kevin Samuels. I keep hearing these women talking about alpha male. Alpha male. So first off, when you as a woman, right, when you hear the term alpha male, what comes across your mind as an alpha male? Because I'm gonna break it down for you, because I believe that it's an outdated term created on some bullshit. But let's go.
That's my word.
So let's talk this No IG. What do you think when you always use this word alpha male? Do you even believe that a Black man can be an alpha male?
And this comes up. I believe that an alpha, just in general, whether it be an alpha male or alpha woman, an alpha person or alpha personality, is a leader. So I feel like they are the leaders, the problem solvers, the get to it kind of people. I feel like the word is being thrown around a lot, but I don't want to put it up against a white alpha male kind of role, because we already have had our discussions about systemic racism and all these kind of things. So I just want to narrow away, get away from trying to pit it against the white, quote unquote, alpha male stereotype. I just want it to be more so like what the Black alpha male should represent. So for me, what a Black alpha male represents is just a man who is a provider, a man who has a
I'm up. I'm doing a podcast right now, to be honest with you.
Can I
give you a call back in a minute, though? Okay, give me a minute. I'll hit you back. All right. Peace.
Go ahead, Jazz. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So we gotta go. I want to say that it's a leader, it's a provider, it's a protector, all the normal things, right? Within the means of the relationship. I mean, in my opinion, an alpha male, especially a Black alpha male, is a man that also would be in tune with emotions, feelings, be in tune with his woman, be in tune with his household. At the end of the day, we can sit here and just, I'm not talking about in business. I'm talking about in a relationship. A man who can lead his household. There's not a lot of men that can do that. A lot of men are, just because when I say in tune with emotions, that doesn't mean that I want you to be extremely emotional. That just means that you know how to deal with emotions, that you know how to act accordingly, and how to deal with another emotional being or creature coming and speaking to you. I mean, like, alpha male.
Not to cut you off, but first off, when I think the word alpha is a word that is based off parentage. And when it was based off wolves, first and foremost, the word alpha comes from wolf, comes from what they seen in a wolf. And they saw that when they put that word alpha on men, but they also realized that alpha comes from the way a parent loves their child. Any parent that puts their child first and will do anything for their child is an alpha. So first and foremost, the word alpha in its definition really relates to women or any parent. Let me not put that on women. Okay. Let me not put that on women. I would say any parent, right, that has a level of love that they will go and do anything for their child is an alpha. They've seen that in the wild, is that female wolves are just as violent and protective as their male counterparts when it came to their children, vice versa. So when we look at that word alpha, we're taking that shit out of context already, because alpha comes from parenting, which means that I am the sole person that will bring food and protection to my child. Every parent will do that. A father will do that. A mother will do that. So go on. Go ahead, Jasmine. I'm just breaking it down as we go. Jeff, you got anything to add on to that, bro?
I could wait. Go ahead.
Good.
So I feel like if you really look at it, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but alpha is, if you look at
the term that the white man missed this idiot.
That is their term. I mean, we didn't come up with this term.
Right,
this is
but
alpha is a Greek word. So if we've adopted these things, so
yeah, we hold on to alpha.
I'm glad she said that.
Nigger.
So alpha is a Greek word. I mean, alpha is the first letter in the Greek alphabet. I mean, if you really want to break it down, what that means. So being that
we're talking
about
alpha. We're talking about alpha males. We're not talking.
Then hold up. So when you speak of alpha, like when you talk about God, they say alpha and omega. That's what that is.
The beginning and the end.
Supreme. That means number one, numero
that means
uno.
The beginning.
Number one.
Beginning. Yes. No, not number one. When they say it in those terms, the alpha and omega, they're saying the beginning and the end. They're not saying it in terms of numerology, which I'm the number one.
I'm not speaking about numerology. I'm speaking about the Greek alphabet. And when you say where that word alpha comes from, it came from the Greek alphabet, which is number one. That's the first letter.
But when it's mentioned in the Bible, the terms that they're using.
When I'm saying the Bible, I'm saying that it's a supreme word. It's a word that has much meaning. It is a word that means, it has a meaning.
It just means the beginning. It just means the beginning.
Which is the beginning. The beginning of the alphabet is one. The first letter is the beginning.
Is A.
So at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's the head.
But hold on, is
and
A
so
more
for me,
significant than
an alpha male, where I link that word to is that if you are an alpha male, then you are the head. You are the leader. You are the head. So unfortunately, what's happening now?
That sounds. But to me,
so Brooke, do you believe in an alpha female?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying like you look at the word alpha as not pertaining to any particular gender.
No, I believe that alpha, every woman that loves her child and would murder anybody and do anything to take care of her child is an alpha. Whether she's with her husband, whether she's with a man or not, she's an alpha because she'll do anything to take care of her child.
So what if you don't have children? You're not an alpha.
You really don't have the term alpha. No, you're not. You're not. Because the
fuck
term
you.
alpha,
Well, fuck you.
yeah, well, fuck you.
Fuck
Because
you.
the term alpha,
Continue.
the term alpha is a parentage word, which means you have to have children to be an alpha, period. Because it's based off being a protector and provider for your children. Now, the way that these white people done spent it, or the way that we've spent it, or you know what I'm saying, is you ain't no alpha male because you don't. An alpha male is the counterpart of an alpha female. When I look at, I'm gonna give you a prime example of an alpha male and an alpha female in the same household, and y'all gonna laugh at me. And I thought about it. Everybody loves Chris, right?
I
His
can agree
dad
with
was
you
a
on that.
garbage man, big muscle bound nigga.
That nigga did everything. Don't you sell that man short. He
Right.
had like 8 jobs. Come on.
Alpha. He took care of it. Rochelle, she had a job. She did hair, but she held down the house. They both was alphas because they both would do anything to take care of their children. So I say this to say is like, you don't have to have all the money, be paying for everything to be an alpha male in your home.
I don't agree.
Why is that?
Well, because I don't. First,
If alpha male is a parentage, but
back to the beginning. I don't believe that alpha has anything to do with parenting.
But it is. I can show you the proof.
Okay, well, I would like to see that because I don't know anything that alpha has to do anything with parenting. I think that alpha is the person who is the lead, the person that is the head of the pack, the person that takes the lead on things. That's the alpha, in my opinion.
That's just the leader.
Okay, so that's the alpha. The alpha is the leader. I'm just giving you my
pack.
That's my opinion. So I think that if you tell me that in your household you don't make the most money, but you're the alpha in your household, okay, you can have a strong domineering personality, and yes, you can maybe be in control of your household, but I mean, you're not taking on, if you're taking on the majority of, okay, so say you make less money, but you pay the majority of the bills and you control your household and you have a tight leash on your household and your kids listen to you and your wife is understanding to you and you make sure that your lights are on and you make sure that that gas is on and you make sure that mortgage is paid and you make sure those car notes are paid.
What are we doing that together? She ain't no alpha?
Well, if she's taking your role, yes, she's definitely an alpha.
No, what are we doing it together?
That's what I just said.
I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you said?
If she's taking on part of your role, then yes, she definitely is an alpha.
Well, part of an alpha's role is to make sure their children are protected. And
I don't agree with. I don't think children have anything to do with being an alpha. So that's why I can't agree with you on that, because I know that there are people who have alpha personalities. There are alpha children. Like I've heard of the term alpha.
You can't be an alpha child unless you have a child. I
don't agree that children have anything to do with the role of an alpha. Okay. I think alpha is the leader. So that's why I don't agree with what you're saying, because I don't think that having children has anything to do with being an alpha.
I'm about to pull it up for you
right now, and you Google an alpha child, I'm sure you will find an alpha child. I remember taking psych when I took adolescent psych. They had a whole topic on alpha children and what those children tend to bring into the classroom. So there are alpha children, just like there are alpha males, alpha females, and alpha children.
All right, here we go. I'm about to show y'all something. Go ahead. It says one of the outdated, and this is from this is something someone posted, but it's actually from where the term alpha came from. This guy.
Something that somebody posted, or is this something that is?
No, this is actually this is actual research.
Okay, so this is a research paper.
One of the outdated pieces of information is that the concept of the alpha wolf, quote unquote alpha, implies to competing with others and becoming the top dog by winning a contest or battle. However, most wolves who lead the pack achieve this position simply by mating and producing pups, which then become their pack. In other words, they are merely breeders or parents. That's all they are. Then today, the breeding male or breeding female or male parent or female parent or the adult male or the adult female in rare packs are called the alpha. Alpha is a parentage term derived off of creating enough children to create a pack. It has
Okay.
it has
So-
nothing to do. See, this is what and this is
Wait.
what we do as Black people. We take terms, right? We take these terms that are given to us to debate and argue each other. Because this shit don't even exist.
Okay,
It's like
but
we're sitting up there arguing about ghosts. It's like we're
So-
sitting up there arguing about ghosts.
that what you're saying, I understand as it applies to animals. But
But
what
that's where the term comes from. Alpha.
Okay. But what we're speaking about is how it has been changed and twisted into how it can be used for men. So
Let me ask you this,
but-
Tahira. I'm gonna ask
so-
you this, Tahira. I hear you. I'm gonna hold you up. 1 second, Tahira. Let me ask you this.
Yeah,
You
I was
run
gonna
in
say
circles.
the same thing as
What?
Miss No IG and J was saying. Like, listen, like what you just read referred to a term pack, which goes back to animals. So
Mhm.
it doesn't apply to us. We're people. We're humans.
Right. Then the term alpha shouldn't apply to us either. That alpha shit started with wolves. So how we even
Exactly.
like how the fuck are we even
I walk upright.
the term
say that
didn't
again,
start
Jeff?
with wolves.
I
Jeff, say
said
that again.
I walk upright. So I'm not gonna say that I'm an alpha, sigma, delta, AKA, whatever the case is. Now, I mean, I'm a human being at the beginning and at the end of the day. So I really never understood the term of alpha male or alpha female or anything like that right there. But when you broke it down, IG, I understood where you was coming from. And Brooke, at the same time, I understood where you were coming from.
Okay.
Me personally, I really wouldn't mind if she was an alpha. Like, I'm not trying to rule over nobody. I'm trying to have my lady run with me. You know what I mean? Like, man, we going out here, we gonna do this together. Like, and we also saying that the leader of the pack or the alpha male, this is also at the same time with the pack of lions. Okay, the king lion don't do shit. All the females run out, go through anything he do is hump
Okay,
all day.
but
So we're not animals. That's what I'm saying. Like, so
as it goes with lions, you are okay. So the woman, right? The woman lioness, she's there, she's out hunting, she's got these cubs. But you have to understand that she is protected solely off of the fact that that is her lion spot and her lion's land. That is her lion jungle. That area is what her lion runs. So she's allowed to run that freely because of the pass that she gets from her male lion. And that's what, so it's that saying that, you know what? Like if you go and
So that lion ain't no alpha? That lion that hold on, hear me out.
That's it.
Hear me out. His only thing he do is his presence. He don't get no food.
nothing.
But his presence means everything because without his presence,
And the only niggas jumping on a lion
yeah,
is a hyena, and his bitch could take care of that. The lioness could fuck up a hyena.
But why are we defining ourselves by this Eurocentric term?
Yes, that's the thing I was trying to get across.
Let's
Like,
talk.
I'm trying to understand,
Let's
like, why
talk.
are we doing that? Like, why can't we redefine who we are, like, as man and woman, like a strong man,
and know who we are in Black America? Like, yo, in Black America, 95% of Black people live together or a team financially, which means we're doing this together. I didn't say all, I said 95. But it's
Under 5%.
Right. It's so funny that we all look at the 5% to make a judgment on the 95%. Or put it like this, I would say it's even 2%.
And we don't know.
Right? We look at people like, oh, he pay all the bills. He the man. We don't know what the fuck is.
Experiences that when I speak to friends of mine and myself and things that I've been in the past, I mean, how many people can honestly say that they've been in a situation where a man is like flying them all over the country, where a man is paying for every single thing, where they've never ever taken a man out to eat, or they've never treated a man to something, even if it's his birthday? I mean, most black women, because I can only, because I'm a black woman, they've done that.
You sure you're a black woman? You're a black woman?
Stop playing with me.
You ain't Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican?
Huh?
Are you Puerto Rican?
I'm just saying.
So what I'm saying is that there's not a problem with that. What I think is that when you turn around and what's being pushed on social media right now is this pitting of the black woman against the black man and the black man.
Well, that's an algorithm, baby girl. That's a fucking algorithm.
No, but if
it's not real.
How many, like black women, when we get online and we have so much to say about the Kevin Samuels, it's because they're bashing us. And then when you
how is the truth? How is Kevin Samuels telling a bunch of fours, and we all know they're fours? You know why they worse? Listen, what is Kevin Samuels? Hold on, what is woman bashing with telling a bitch that look like motherfucking this?
Who is the judge? Do you see what he looks like? He was an image consultant. He was nobody's psychologist. He was nobody's.
Then tell that to the. You know what? Then tell that to the. Tell that to the world.
Kevin Samuels was an image consultant. He is very aware of how people's brains work and how. Listen, let me explain something to you. When you have people who profit, when you have people who profit off of separation, okay, and then you have people who fall for that and indulge in that separation and make these people rich.
So what he was saying, none of it was honest.
Let me tell you something. None of it was honest. All the people that listen to Kevin Samuels in his time in berets of separation only did one thing, and that was put money in Kevin Samuels' pocket.
Let me ask you one question. Telling somebody the truth. This is where we get into this culture.
Kevin Samuels can't tell me my truth. Kevin Samuels doesn't live my life. Kevin Samuels doesn't know where I came from.
That's like a nigga with a.
Ever tell me the truth?
That's like a nigga with a
1
inch dick hard. His dick get 1 inch hard, and he like, yo, I know I got a big dick, and I'm busting these bitches. And why they don't love me? This dick good, and you sitting there like, my man.
But who are you to bust that man's bubble? Why? Because you might have 3 inches of hard dick? I mean, come on. Are you
Kevin Samuels never called these people. They called him.
Oh! Yes, but do you always see the type of people who called him? They were people that obviously were not the normal people like myself, Sierra. No, these were women that obviously had some issues, and he did not let our kind of women on these shows.
What you mean?
He let women who were very unattractive.
Get on it.
He did these things on purpose because he wanted to prove a point. When you do that to try to make the black woman look bad to prove a point, I don't respect you.
Yes, pump your brakes. Yeah, what you got to say, Jazz?
He let up plethora of women on that show.
No, I'm talking about calling women. I'm not talking about
women
that he
calling women too.
I'm talking about calling women that he hung up the phone on. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's keep it real. Most of them deserve to be hung up on. But at the same time, there were dozens of women who got up in him. We gotta give those women who did what they did. I don't think he did so much as women bashing or anything like that right there. But why are we talking about a dead nigga? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, like, I hate to kick him while he's down and throw dirt on his grave. Why are we talking about a dead nigga? I mean,
because this Monday is a dead nigga holiday. Shout out to Martin Luther King. Shout out to Martin Luther King. Shout out to Martin Luther King, yo.
Sorry, go Tyler.
Martin Luther King, yo. I don't want to deviate, but I just want to give a big shout to Martin. You did a lot for Black people. Even though you at the tail end of your career, you kind of got the picture and got exactly what we should have been doing. If y'all ever want to read one of the most compelling books ever written, there's it's called Letters from a Birmingham Jail. Book by Dr. Martin Luther King. Y'all should Google it. Amazing read. All right, back to this. Now, Jeff, finish your point. What were you saying?
From the beginning,
you want to hear about dead niggas, but the point,
I don't want to hear about.
Listen, we celebrated dead nigga. We celebrated dead nigga.
He did something for us. I mean, come on now. We didn't know who Kevin Samuels was until the pandemic. I
But
didn't
you
know
know,
what this
no,
nigga was.
but the
And for the longest
conversation.
amount of time, I couldn't even point him out in the lineup. Let's just keep it real.
But
Let's
hold on,
just
the
keep
conversation was there before Kevin Samuels. Shout out to Kwanzaa Kunjufu. Shout out to them books back in the 90s. You know, it was like Men Are From Mars. It was all these kind of books back in the 90s. A bunch of people made money off of it before Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying?
Shahrazad Ali.
Oh, Shahrazad Ali. Let's give it up to the Queen Mother, Shahrazad Ali.
Mhm.
Oh, y'all want to talk about Kevin Samuels? Y'all want to talk about Kevin Samuels? He is a drop in the bucket compared to Shahrazad Ali. Shahrazad Ali is the GOAT of this. You know what I'm saying? But so let me ask you this: can any black man in America be an alpha?
Crickets.
Miss No IG. I'll go to you, Miss No IG. Can any black man in America be a complete alpha? Talk to me.
I thought we got away from this alpha word. I thought we weren't.
No, we did not get away from this conversation.
Yes.
Liken ourselves to animals. I thought we agreed to that. So
No, I just asked you, just based off of what you were saying and your philosophy of it. I know you still gonna.
I feel like this. If you are a black man in America and you feel that you're an alpha male, be an alpha male, sweetheart. I'm tired of telling people what they are and what they are not. Living your truth. Be whoever you want to be. If it's not good for somebody, they won't deal with you. If it's good for them, they'll deal with you. To each his own. Everybody live it up. You only got one life to live.
So RuPaul could be an alpha male.
RuPaul can be a woman, alpha male.
RuPaul can be what the fuck you want to be.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of being what the fuck you want to be, dear audience, I know I'm not getting paid for this, but I need y'all to check out. This show is on Hulu. It's called Kindred. It's based off of a book that most of y'all probably read in grammar school, high school, by Octavia.
Niggas don't read.
Definitely not in grammar school. No one read that in grammar school. Maybe middle school, high school, but that book was pretty graphic. I don't think nobody was.
Oh, you know about the book?
Yes.
Tahir, you see the education we didn't get? You see what the fuck they had us reading in Newark?
That's what I was talking about.
What grade did you think you touched on that book?
No, that book was not given to me in school. I mean, that was a book that was told for me to read because Octavia Butler was actually one of the first Black sci-fi authors. So, I mean, she a big light was shining on her. She was a Black woman writing sci-fi. I mean, that was unknown at that time. She definitely big ups to her.
Yo, that shit, if y'all watch it, audience, I ain't gonna give no spoiler alerts, but man, this is crazy. I actually gave that book to my daughter because I was going through the bookstore and I saw like a little Black girl on the book, and I thought it was just like a normal little Black girl book, just like Kindred, like she was gonna, no. I picked up that book and was like, what in the fuck? Yo, this shit, but it is great. It is amazing. Jazz, what are you watching right now on TV? You watching anything on TV? What's going on?
I mean, I've been just watching a lot of docu-series, So I recently watched the new Nas documentary. I watched some BMF stuff.
Oh, look, she living her drug dealer life. Look, she watching drug dealer documentaries. She's trying to relive her days.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, of course, my conspiracy theory things as well. But to each his own.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, BMF is a very inspiring story. The whole thing, just to see them niggas, like, it's very inspiring, yo.
I'm tired of hearing about old niggas that had it.
It'd be the same motherfuckers that ratted.
Okay, I'm tired of hearing about this shit. Why ain't nobody got no news stories to tell? I'm sorry,
I think we need to stop idolizing. 50 Cent is gonna run his course with idolizing drug dealers. We need to start finding.
He hasn't yet.
I don't think that that's first of all, when you look at iconic black movies, New Jack City, Menace to Society, okay, we can just run them down. Okay?
And then we can name iconic black movies that ain't got shit to do with drugs.
No, I'm saying that, but I'm just saying like a lot of our movies have been like that. Just for Italians, like I mean, they hate mob movies. Like they don't like
not all of them.
Not
all of them.
They front. They be at home.
Yeah,
like,
they be front. Look at this shit. Look at these movies. They like this shit.
You fucking mook. You mook you.
Yeah, but a lot of them, they don't like how those movies show them and the light that it portrays. Like, you know, but I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of other people love that. If you look at the movie Scarface was originally, I believe, in Italian.
Right. That was a fucking Italian, but they put
what happened was when they came back and they were making that movie over, the Italians actually boycotted it and was going crazy and went against it because they said there was no way in hell that they were going to show them that in that light, in that type of movie. That's how he ended up becoming a Cuban refugee.
The Godfather is one of the greatest movies ever filmed, and they love that shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Godfather is their Black Panther.
Thank you.
The Godfather is Italian people.
And part 2 was even fucking better. Okay.
They bring their
kids.
So
how do you guys, being Newark residents and born and grown in Newark, how do you guys feel when you saw what is Raising Canaan and they were moving the drug trade into Newark, and they were showing that Black people had basically no power and that it was all controlled by the Italians?
We knew that.
We already knew that. We knew that as little kids.
As little kids.
Like, did they portray that correctly? Was that something? I mean, I'm not from Newark, so I don't know.
I never seen. I never sat down and watched the Raising Canaan thing. But what I can say is, when we were born, we had a white mayor. Am I right or am I wrong, Black?
Okay.
No, nigga, we ain't had no white mayor.
Yes, the fuck we did too.
No,
we had a white mayor in the 70s. Yes, we did.
Concepcion, hear me out. Concepcion did not come before. He came before Kenneth Gibson. I was born in 77.
I was born in 76. So
when I stepped foot in Newark, nigga, we had Kenneth Gibson. You remember Mayor Gibson?
Well, then who was the mayor before him? Some white dude.
No, his
Kenneth
name
Gibson
was the first. His name was Imperiali.
Thank you.
It was an Italian. It was an Italian.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like Newark fared better under a white, I guess, white rule versus what we're having?
We weren't allowed to see white rule. Now, if you want now if you want to see the comparison from white people and Black people in Newark, New Jersey, watch The Sopranos.
I'll take Black rule. Fuck that. Give me Kenneth Gibson. Yeah, because Black people was getting money.
But see, that's the only thing that we knew though. Black, we ain't know nothing before then. We were born after the riots. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta ask our older uncles and our parents and shit like that about the riots. You know, my mom was a little girl, so I had to ask my grandmother's uncles. I had to ask them about the fucking riots. And
Newark has
7 minutes 30, 7:30.
Newark has had Black mayors.
Yeah, they have Black mayors.
No, since the riots, yeah. After the riots, the last white mayor in New York was Imperiali. And the rest of that shit been black, Cory Booker, black.
Oh, fuck you. You're not gonna do Cory like that. You know why? Because he got up in Congress and was like, I'm from Jersey. All right. Okay, and I always respect him.
Well, him and that girl broke up, Rosario Dawson. They no longer go together.
She was a beard. You know what a beard is?
Don't say that. Don't put that out.
You have no proof, Brooke. Don't you get me in no goddamn case.
You know what I mean? You know how many strippers I done fucked from Brooke? And I done asked them, I was like, yo,
shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Booker don't buy pussy. They like, Cory Booker don't buy pussy. I was like, did Cory Booker come in here and make it rain on that ass? He was like, who?
Why would
it's straight niggas that don't buy pussy?
He's a politician.
Exactly, bro.
All mayors, let me tell you something. Every mayor
Nobody wants to be like the
has
mayor
been crooked.
smoking crack
Crooked.
album on camera. Nobody wants to go down like that. Nobody
You're
wants
not a
that.
good mayor if you are not corrupt. If you are straight up, you're not a good mayor. What the fuck you
Oh
think
wow.
You're horrible, yo.
Why the fuck you think they got Dave? Look at New York. Look at New York. They got David Dinkins the fuck out of there real quick. They said, hey, real quick. They got him. Get the fuck up out of there real quick. If you are not corrupt.
Are you crazy? David Dinkins was definitely corrupt. It was just that David Dinkins was the Obama of New York. And at the end of the day, they wouldn't let David Dinkins move because the Jewish community
the Jews put him in. The Jews put him in.
Fact, the Jews put him in.
Control him, and then they were figured out, okay, this is not working.
Hiram, Eli.
Not happening.
Hiram, Eli, and motherfucking Ishmael, they put David Dinkins into office. He was a puppet. Like,
didn't do what they want to do. Do you guys remember when they had the blind guy? The black blind guy.
Oh yes, Robert.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Was he the mayor or is he the governor?
He was the interim mayor when
no, I thought he was interim governor. He was governor.
That was the governor. He was the governor. You got it fucked up, Jazz. You got it fucked up.
When they got not Chuck Schumer. What was the guy that was messing around? The one
Elliot
that they got Spitzer. When they got
Yo, let me tell you something about Elliot Spitzer. And I knew Elliot Spitzer personally because he came into our office a few times. He was the guy on Wall Street that comes and makes sure you're not doing fuck shit.
430.
Elliot Spitzer was the smartest politician of his generation. Him and the other guy that got caught with the prostitute.
If he was smart,
What's the other guy? Andy Weiner?
Anthony Weiner. Yeah. That's who I think he was talking about.
Anthony Weiner. That's who the fuck. Hold on.
Carlos Danger.
Anthony Weiner. Yo, let me. Hey, I love my Jewish boys. Listen, y'all gotta stop being perverts. Okay, y'all gotta stop it. Jewish guys, I love you guys.
I love the Jewish guys, but they love brown sugar. Ladies, be careful.
Hold on.
Fact. Do you know that in the Hasidic community, during menstruation, right, the women are completely separated from the men. They have to go to this kind of like cleaning house, bath house, where they
clean your pussy house. Clean your pussy house.
Yeah, and do you know that in the
clean the cooch house.
I mean, Muslims also believe in that. Like
the cooch wash.
Stop it.
At the cooch wash, yeah.
Supposedly, sex is only to
So go ahead. They send everything to the coochie wash.
So when you have sex, you're supposed to have sex through a white sheet with the hole in it.
That's virgin sex. But go back to the coochie wash. Hold on. Go back. Go back to the part where they send their wife to another place. Go ahead.
So no, I was saying that it's just sex is not supposed to be a fulfilling thing. Sex is supposed to be there so you can make children. That's what it's about.
My Jewish brothers, I love y'all. Y'all got to.
In that circle, they do go out of there and look
they go get that brown sugar. They own a lot of apartment buildings.
The brown sugar.
Listen, no, it's just like slavery. They own all the apartment buildings. If Keisha's late on her rent, right? I don't have to buy pussy. All I have to do is just let Keisha stay here for 6 months. She has a fat ass, and she's nasty.
Off.
She had 5 kids. I'm gonna let Keisha stay here for 6 months, tag that ass, and my wife's not gonna know anything about it.
Keisha, I'm so disappointed in you, boo.
Nope, don't be mad at Keisha. Keisha,
anything about it, regardless.
Say it again.
I said, and if his wife didn't know something about it, she couldn't do anything about it, regardless. So
Miriam couldn't do a fucking
his uncircumcised ass, Keisha. I'm disappointed in you, boo.
Okay, let's not talk about uncircumcised because a lot of people from the West Indian community are uncircumcised. A lot of
everybody outside the United States.
I ain't never seen a Jamaican dick, but I'm just saying. You seen the rutabaga. You seen the Jamaican rutabaga.
Well, I'm so glad I didn't grow up in a third world country. I'm circumcised. Fuck that.
Each so. I mean, I feel like some Caribbean men know how to clean really well due to the
I'm a
fact
horrible person.
they have to do that extra, that extra layer of clean. So they're just extremely, some of them are extremely clean.
Jazz, stop taking up for these lazy niggas, man. Come on, go ahead and go get circumcised. Okay.
If
Oh,
you
I don't
get some stuff.
that as an adult. Absolutely not.
Exactly. See, she came to her senses.
Literally. But yo, I want to wrap this episode up. Yo, it's been
You got 1 minute. Hurry up.
It's been amazing. Yo, everybody on here, you already know who it is. Y'all know what it is. I need y'all to like, subscribe, and share this shit. This is the Fuck Your Feelings podcast, presented by HGM TV. Beach Bars and Convo is the station. Y'all already know. And guess what, Jeff? I fucking hate it here.
As you should. It fucking sucks here. Peace.